Assalamu alaikum. You are welcome to today's tutorial. Today I'm going to show you how I made this Egyptian khimar with shirt sleeves. If this is what you would like to learn, please stick around and watch the video, and don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more content like this. To take your measurement or your client's measurement for your khimar or your hijab, place your tape on your forehead where your cap starts from. Measure across your head to your desired length, that is your back length. For the front length, place the tape on the forehead and measure to where you want your hijab to stop. That is your desired length. It might be your half, it might be a 3/4 hijab or 3/4 khimar. It might be a short hijab. Anywhere you want your length to be, that's where you stop. It might be floor length. For this hijab I'm sewing, it's floor length hijab. When taking your front length for an adult, make sure you pass your tape across the bust. For your khimar, you need your sleeve length. Place your tape on the middle of the head and measure down to your wrist like I'm doing in the video. The next measurement is your head circumference. You just wrap your tape around the head like I'm doing in the video, and you can insert one of your finger in it so that it will not be too tight. But this is not necessary if you are using a stretchy fabric. The front measurement, front is 59 inches. The back is 67 inches. The sleeve length, the sleeve is 38 inches. We already have 59 inches, 67 inches and 38 inches. And the round face measurement, or the round edge, let me call the round edge circumference or round edge measurement is 21 inches. So what we are going to do now is, out of these 59 inches, we are going to add 1 inches to it. In case of you want to search the hijab, or you want to, maybe you want to weave it or you want to hem it, both are is useful for this. So this one will give you 60 inches. So for the back, you are going to add 1 inches to it too. That's that will give you 68 inches. So this one is for the allowance for seam or serging. So that's the allowance for these two. Are the allowance for 1 inch is for allowance for seam and serging. So if you are using cap, like in this tutorial I'm going to use belt. For me, that I'm going to use belt, that belt cap, I'm going to remove 2 inches from the back, because that cap or the belt is part of the back measurement. So out of these 68 inches, I'm going to remove 2 inches. That will give me 66 inches for the back measurement. And for cap, if it is cap, I'm going to remove 4 inches. But I'm using belt in this tutorial, I'm not using cap. So if you are removing that, you are having 66 inches. So the amount of fabric needed for the whole thing is now equals to, you have the back plus the front. So the back plus the front will give you this 60 inches plus 66 inches. 66 inches. So 60 inches plus 66 inches, 60 inches plus 66 inches, that's 126 inches. 126 inches. So this 126 inches is the amount of fabric that we are going to be using. And if you check 126 inches, I think that's almost 36 is 1 yard. So 72 will be 2 yards. Add it up like that. You need almost 4 yards um for the 72 will be 3 yards. You need almost 4 yards, so we need like 4 yards for this hijab that I'm cutting. And if you are putting other design, that will now determine maybe you need more than 4 yards, or this is actual 4 yards that you need. So but you measure along the surface area. So when you want to cut out this 126, you can actually add 2 inches to it. This 2 inches is in case any issue, in case I have cut out both the front and the back piece, and that's the back piece that I've folded using the savage mouth to match each other. I folded the back piece into two and I'm trying to lay it perfectly. Then I fold the front piece the same way and I lay it on the back piece. Remember that the front piece is a bit shorter than the back piece. The next step is to go to the close end and measure my head circumference divided by 4. That's 21 inches divided by 4. That will give me 5.25 plus 1 inch sewing allowance. I'm going to measure 6.25 there. Then I will come to the open side and measure 17 inches downward. You can use 18 or 19 inches for taller height and 16 inches for children. From the 18 inches mark 8 inches. That's the sleeve opening. Then connect the head opening to the 18 inches mark with a slightly curved line. You can actually make it a straight line, but I prefer it to be a curved line. You can measure your client's body if you wish to have a fitted hijab, and you now use the measurement divided by 4. You will input it here. But normally hijab is supposed to be very free. So I'm using the whole width of this fabric. What I will do now is to come to the sleeve opening and come in by 3 inches. From that 3 inches mark, I would then curve it, then connect it with a straight line to the front length. So I will stop where the front length stop. So from there, I will go to the back piece and connect it to the front piece with a curved line. The sides of the pieces have to be equal. It's only the back area that will be longer. The side will still be equal. The next step is to cut out the hijab. So I have cut out the two sleeves. The width is 15 inches on fold, while the length is 7 inches on fold. So I cut twice of the width that I needed, because after shirring, the fabric will become smaller. For the belt cap, I have a 40 by 10 inches fabric. So I fold the width, then fold the length. From the close end, I marked 8 inches inward and I mark 4 inches upward. I prefer that 4 inches. You can try 5 inches if you want it bigger. So connect the 2 points with straight line, then mark 2 inches. Out of the 4 inches you mark half of it, which is 2 inches. Mark 2 inches, then curve the 2 inches to meet the 4 inches. For the sewing, I need an elastic thread to shade the sleeve. I would wind it around the bobbin manually, then use a normal thread for the upper parts. That is, the elastic thread will be on the bobbin and the normal thread will be used to sew it. You can draw lines before sharing the fabric for a neat work. Make sure you drag it a bit while sewing. You can make it tight. You can make your sewing tight or wide depending on the look you want for your sleeve. So I'm done with the sleeve. For the hijab, place the front piece on the back piece with the right side facing each other. From the head circumference or opening, sew it down to the sleeve opening with half an inch sewing allowance. The next step is to pin the shirt sleeve to the sleeve opening. We are going to join the sleeve to the sleeve opening. After joining the sleeve to the sleeve opening, close the sleeve and join the sides of the hijab. The next step is to close the belt of the cap on the wrong side. Turn it to the wrong side and sew the belt. Then turn it to the right side and give it a very good press. Then you will now go to the center back piece and notch the center of the back piece, notch the center of the cap and match them together and sew. That is, you are going to join the cap to the back piece. The last step is to interlock or serge the inside of the hijab. For the lower part, you can hem or serge it, but I prefer serging. Thanks for watching. If you derive any value from this video, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to this channel for more content like this. Thank you. I will see you in my next video.